Sometimes the biggest, most impactful stories are packed into the smallest spaces. Today, we're looking at just three short verses from the Gospel of Matthew. That's it, verses 14 through 16. But wow, within them lies one of the most infamous transactions in all of human history. It's a story of betrayal, of prophecy, and a price that has echoed for centuries. So, right out of the gate, the text hits us with this just shocking detail. The person who goes to the chief priests, the one initiating this whole thing, isn't some sworn enemy or a random stranger. The text is so specific, one of the 12. This wasn't an outsider. This was a member of the inner circle, someone who had literally walked with Jesus, witnessed the miracles, and heard all the teachings firsthand. And right here, this sacred personal relationship gets flipped into a cold, hard negotiation. There's no fancy dialogue, no long, drawn out speech. It's just a stark, direct question. What will you give me? It's the moment it all becomes a transaction. Loyalty is officially for sale, and a price is about to be put on the Son of God.
And the verse continues, telling us, and they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver. That number, 30 pieces of silver, it's become completely synonymous with betrayal. And when you think about it, it's a chillingly small amount for an act that would change the world.
So you have to ask, right, why that specific number, 30? In a story that's just dripping with symbolism, you can bet that figure is no accident. It carries some serious historical and prophetic weight. Okay, so here's the first layer we need to peel back, and it takes us all the way back to the Old Testament, to the book of Exodus. See, according to the law back then, if someone's ox gored and killed a servant, the owner of the ox had to pay the servant's master 30 shekels of silver. So think about what that means. The price that was offered for the Messiah was the exact legal value of an enslaved person. But wait, it gets even deeper. There's another incredible layer here. This whole event is also seen as the direct fulfillment of a prophecy from the book of Zechariah. We're talking hundreds of years earlier. The prophet wrote about being valued at this exact price, 30 pieces of silver. This connection is so important because it shows how the gospel writers saw these events. To them, this wasn't just random chance. It was all part of a divine, foretold plan. And all of this brings us to the central mystery, right? The question that has puzzled people for 2,000 years. Why? Why would he do it? What could possibly motivate someone from that inner circle, someone who had seen and heard so much, to commit such an act? Well, the sources actually give us a few potential reasons. So, what was going on in Judas's head? Some suggest he was simply offended by Jesus's teachings. Others point to a more basic motive, greed. He was the keeper of the money bag, and the text tells us he was a thief. Or maybe he just grew disillusioned. Maybe he was expecting a warrior king who would overthrow Rome, not a Messiah who spoke of peace and humility. Some even think he was trying to force Jesus's hand to trigger a political rebellion. But for many, it wasn't just one thing, but a slow, gradual hardening of his heart over time. And then we get to verse 16, which delivers this chilling final line. And from that time, he sought opportunity to betray him. The deal is done. The decision is made. And from this point forward, Judas isn't just unhappy or disgruntled. He is actively looking, waiting, seeking out the perfect moment to complete the transaction. So we're left with this incredible, profound paradox, aren't we? The value of a slave, a price set down in ancient law, becomes the prophetic sum paid for the most infamous betrayal in history. And yet, the story goes that through this very act, a path to redemption was forged for everyone else. It's a pretty powerful idea to sit with.